welcome. My name's Alex, and I know we're entering into this very surreal time at the moment, and I thought it's really important that we get a chance to express how we feel about this time. I'm an art therapist, and I've created this video, Expressive Art therapy video, to allow you to just have a go at exploring how you're feeling about this time. So before we start, you just need to get anything that you have at hand. You don't need fancy art materials. All you need is some paint or pastels, pencils. They can be coloured pencils or black and white, not black and white, lead pencils and a rubber. You can get glue and glitter and sort of crafty stuff. So whatever you have at hand that you would use if you're being creative, and you could even just have a piece of charcoal. It really doesn't matter, so don't worry too much. It's more about the process and just having a go. It can also be fun and deeply satisfying and actually very moving. So go and grab what you have, and I've got some paints that I particularly like, and some brushes and a jar of water and a piece of paper. You can have any kind of paper, scrap paper, paper from the printing paper. It doesn't matter, so don't worry too much, and you might want to stick it down. I've just used some blue tack, and just be creative, think outside the box, see what you can find around the house, look in your recycling box, see if there's anything there that might inspire you. So art is really a key to is a route to your unconscious. It's a way that we can explore our inner thoughts and feelings in a non-judgmental way. Usually we do it in an environment that is a safe space, where it's not about being good at art, it's not about creating a picture that looks good or is going to be used for exhibiting or anything like that. It's really a chance for you to tune in and just think about how you feel and what you want to express, and then you can use the art materials in a very free way. So don't worry about technical skill, just have a think about, maybe what colours inspire you, what shapes, any patterns, any images that come to your mind. You might have a dream, and I really invite you to have a think about this time that we're in at the moment. And there's so much that's coming up for people, so many different emotions. There's a lot of fear, quite obviously, uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. We're worried about our health or about the health of loved ones, and we also might be relieved. We might feel like, thankfully we can have time just to pause, put the brakes on a bit, and maybe spend time in the garden. We've got this beautiful day, sunny day today. So just let those sort of thoughts begin to bubble up to the surface. I'm going to start with a very, very simple process. It doesn't have to be, it's a very free one. This is about you. I'm not going to impose anything particular onto you, any particular theme or any particular exercise per se. I think this first session can be just about how we're feeling at the moment. I think that's really important, that you give yourself that chance to express how you're feeling. And also art is it's non-verbal, and we don't always know what to say. We don't always know how to articulate how we're feeling, and quite often the energy or the feelings can go into the art making process and reveal magical things to you. So try not to judge yourself or think that you're doing it wrong. Everything is absolutely right. It's your expression, you're autonomous, and it can be for anyone. So adults, children, families, you can all do it together, and see how it goes. So before we start, it's quite good just to sort of ground yourself and allow what has been going on in your day just to sort of fall away. And it can be quite good just to sort of roll your shoulders and take a deep breath. Just feel your buttocks on the chair, or if you're sitting on the floor, that's also okay, wherever you feel comfortable. And if it feels okay to you, just to close your eyes and take a few more breaths. And just allow the eyes to relax, and the nose and the mouth and jaw, your head and your neck. Just roll your shoulders again and allow them to just fall. And all the way down your arms to your hands. Maybe wiggle them a bit. All the way down your spine. All the way down to your buttocks. Just allow everything to fall away. And your chest. Your solar plexus, where we're often holding a lot of our anxiety. And our belly, which is the source of our wisdom, our intuition, our gut feeling, our genitals, our thighs. Relax the thighs and the knees and the calves, all the way down to the feet, and out through the earth, down, down, down. This is your time, your space, to just go within and see what's going on for you right now. Don't have to rush, and you can be spontaneous. It's not an intellectual process. So when you're ready, just open your eyes softly and ask yourself the question, what do I want to express right now? And without too much thought or analysing, just see what the paper speaks to you. See what, blank pieces of paper can be quite scary sometimes, and it really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what colour. Often I find, for me personally, I tune into what colours are speaking to me. And looks like it's fluorescent magenta. So need to think too much. Just see what comes out. You might get a particular imagery, scene. Some people have very clear pictures in mind. Some people just play. It's about being given permission to play, really. Like children. Children never have a trouble. They never have trouble painting or drawing. They just do it. They don't care what it looks like. It is what it is, and they're proud of it. So art therapy, expressive art therapy, it's about being allowed to play again. Normally we have about 15 minutes or so to just get stuck in and do something without overthinking it, because sometimes the longer we have, the more we can think about it, and it becomes more of an intellectual process rather than a sort of spontaneous creative one. So, quite often I use poster paints because you can often squirt them onto the paper, and you can use your hands and your fingers, and that can be really quite delicious. Making art as well can also be quite soothing. Just the very act of painting expressively can be a very self-soothing experience, and it's very good for mental health, it's very good for relaxation, it's good for the soul. So it can benefit you on so many different levels, as well as being fun. And I'll do some more sessions where later on in the week where we can try other exercises and do some fun things. And hopefully it might help you at home who, especially if you have children who might want to do something and be creative. Got a sponge here, which if you like to mix your paints on a palette and you don't have a palette, then you can always use a plate or some cardboard, or again look in your recycling box if you've got anything that you can use in there. So just playing with a sponge. Also, you might like to get some, well, you probably don't have any toilet paper, but you might have an old napkin or an old rag. It doesn't have to be paper. You can use an old sock that you don't use anymore. And you can dry your hands or dab your paintbrush on there. I like my sponge. Also, I like to use my fingers because I like the messiness of it and the freedom one gets from using one's fingers. Right. Well, I think I will stop there for now. And when you've done your picture, just have a moment just to sort of have a look at it, and you might know exactly what it's about. It might just begin to speak to you whilst you're looking at it. So I think for me, my picture is about, because it's such a surreal time at the moment, there's a lot of real sort of suffering in the world, and I think this picture for me is about hope and about maybe a safe space, maybe about nature. It's almost Easter time, which is a time of death and rebirth. It's about time when things fall away and there's an alchemical process and new emerges out of that. It's also for me the most amazing time of year because the new shoots have just started to bloom, and I'm talking about the leaves on the trees. If you are driving around or have been, you'll see all the very tiny new green shoots on the trees, and it's this lime green that explodes into this amazing kind of luminous green mantle over the earth, this sort of Mother Earth, Father Earth, Mother Earth, waking up, and all the flowers are out, and it's just a wonderful time. So I think my picture is and the egg also of Easter time, is sort of new life, and so if I hold up my picture, got sort of like the egg-like shape in the middle, which is also a sort of a safe space inside there. There's also the colours are very passionate and vibrant, which is kind of how I'm feeling a bit at the moment. The energy of the world is very passionate and fueled, but there's also passion in new life and new growth and spring and the sort of the vibrancy, and I think it's a wonderful time of year to hopefully have a bit of time to drink it all in. So that is a small introduction to expressive art therapy, and I hope to do some more regular sessions online, either through Zoom or maybe Facebook Live. I'll see, and maybe also we could do some sort of activities, craft making activities. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to share your process or your pictures, I've created a Facebook group which I'll put in the comments below, which is called Expressive Art and in brackets therapy group. Yeah, and do jump over there and join it. It's a private group. Anyone's welcome to join, and I thought I'd make it private because then it's a safe space for you to share how you're feeling and share your pictures in a safe space. And all I ask is that we just honour each other's processes and artwork, and and keep it positive. So have a lovely rest of the day, and thank you for joining me, and I send you lots and lots of love and much good health, and hopefully you can have a bit of fun doing some art with me. Okay, thank you, bye.